Sairam, my name is Sujit K. Reddy. I live in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I was born with a disability. I have spina bifida, and I've known of Swami since I was born. I was lucky enough to be born into a family that knew of Swami for years before. My grandmother and my mother first introduced me to Swami through bhajans and prayers, and I had joined Balvikas in 1984, and that was the same year that I was lucky enough to be in Swami's presence, have his darshan. And all my life, his energy, his words, his blessings, his love from afar kept me going. Um, I had been a part of the organization since I was 7 years old, and that's all I really knew throughout my teenage years, throughout my youth years, and even now I will go for bhajan and such. But it was in 1994, 10 years after I first met him, that I fully experienced his love. My father had passed away of cancer, and we almost immediately, went to Parthi to get his blessings. So the first day, we weren't able to get into the actual darshan area in Whitefield. It was a festival time, and it was like August time. One of the festivals, I can't recall which one. It was in late August. So the first day we weren't able to get in. We were actually the farthest from the inside, and so he came around. He blessed everyone, and I made eye contact with him. And after that, the next day, we got closer. I got closer. I got right to almost where the inside portion was. And again, he came around. He blessed me. He looked at me. Third day, I got in. Finally, got into wheelchair row, as they call it. And I was in the first position of wheelchair row, which is significant because everyone kind of fights for that spot. All the people in wheelchairs fight for that spot so that Swami can come and see them closely. So I got that spot that day. And Swami came around, and there was a lot of loud music and a lot of bhajans going on and such, and there was a lot of people there that day. And Swami came around, and he stopped, and I could directly see him down one of the aisles, and he turned around and he looked in my direction. Now, not ever having had his direct personal interaction in terms of interviews or anything materialized or anything like that, I didn't think much of it. And then he was walking towards me. Again, didn't think much of it. And he veered away to the left or right. I can't recall which side. But veered away and came back. And as he came towards me, he turned around and looked the other way. And he asked, "Where are you from, boy?" And I didn't answer because I didn't think he was talking to me. And so he turned around, looked right at me with his look, his piercing look, and asked me, "Where are you from, boy?" "Swami." And I was shaking, my voice was shaking, and I just answered, "Swami, I'm from Canada, Swami." He nodded his head and almost instantaneously came up very close to me and showered me with vibhuti from head to toe. And while he was doing this, while this was going on, it felt like an eternity. It felt like nothing else in that mandir was moving. Everything was slow. I could feel his energy enveloping us. And it was like we were in our own little space, our own little cocoon, and he showered me so much with all kinds of vibhuti all over my body, my head. He patted my head actually, like this, and he showered my arms, my hands, my legs, everything with vibhuti. And then as he was walking off, everything went back to normal, like it was a movie, like the movie had slowed down, and now it sped back up to real life. After the fact, people were telling me, you know, that only was a few seconds. You realize that. And I said to them, listen, I thought it was like 10, 15 minutes. So, one of the quotes that I will end with that has always stuck with me, that is a famous Swami quote. Life is a challenge. Meet it. And I keep repeating this to myself whenever I feel low, or whenever I feel like, you know, depressed or sad, that I'm still disabled. But I have a mission, and I know my mission is to help other people with disabilities around the world. I'm currently pursuing that mission, and you know, I hope that Swami and I hope that Swami is happy with what I'm doing. Jai Sara.